Hello there, this is Judy Graybill. It's Thursday, February 28th, and I'm here for another tip for you to help you have a healthy, thriving, emotionally fulfilling relationship. Today's topic is getting your needs met and why this is important. Sorry. In my last video, if you watched it on self-love, which is the foundation of a healthy relationship, I briefly touched upon at the end that one of the most common challenges that I see in relationships is that a lot of people tend to undermine the importance of meeting their own needs. They'll get upset at something that is not going right for them. It could be something that their partner does, or the kids, or something, or it could be just something in general that is like nagging at them. But they continue to discount it and not pay it mind. And say, I don't really need that for whatever reason. And there's a lot of different reasons for that. The thing is, it is important. And I'm going to tell you why. So first of all, the cornerstone of a healthy, thriving, emotionally fulfilling relationship is a balance, or a dance in a way, sometimes, if you will, between getting your needs met and helping your partner get his needs met. And so one of the challenges is we don't always know what our partner needs. Sometimes we think we know what our partner needs when they actually need something completely different. And that's probably because your partner is not asking for what he or she needs. And the reverse is also true. You can't get your needs met by your partner, or your partner can't help you get your needs met if he doesn't know what they are. It is our responsibility to get our own needs met. It is not our responsibility to get our partner's needs met, or to help our partner get his or her needs met. Each person, you, have individual responsibility for yourself and you alone. It's the only person you're responsible for. I'm not talking about your kids, that's another thing. And if you have an aging parent like I do, that's a whole nother topic. But I mean, because we love our partner, we want to help our partner get his needs met. And it's not the same thing as being responsible for that. So I just want you to understand that distinction. There's the desire for it is not the same thing as the responsibility of making sure that it happens. Because if you truly love your partner, that's what you want for them. And therefore, if your partner truly loves you, that's what your partner wants for you. That's why it's important to ask for what you need, because your partner can't read your mind, just like you can't read your partner's mind. And he can't help you get your needs met if you don't ask. And one of the other common things that I see happening quite often is that, and I'm not going to name genders because I see this in both genders. And even though sometimes I'll use the pronoun he or him, sometimes I'll use the pronoun she or her. Really, everything I discuss really happens in both genders. This is nothing I discuss is gender specific. But one of the things that I see happening quite a bit is a person anticipating or getting they anticipate or expect that their partner anticipates what they need and is just not doing it. And then they're getting upset at their partner for not fulfilling this need. That he should have known that I needed this and did this thing for me. Well, that's actually not true. There's no way for him to know unless you ask. So the thing is, if you're getting upset at your partner because, or if your partner is getting upset at you because he did not anticipate your needs, then quite honestly, you're not being fair to him. Because if you didn't ask him, if you didn't outright state what you needed, then he doesn't know. And humans by nature, we're kind of egocentric. We're kind of in our own world. We don't really know what's going outside. I mean, generally, everybody has a really busy life. They have like jobs and other obligations, responsibilities to whether it's their kids, their parents. I mean, the daily partners. You know, the food, the getting dinner and laundry, and in addition to the daily work schedule and school things. I mean, there's so many responsibilities that our heads full. We just can't. Sometimes we can't think beyond of what's going inside our own mind. So we're not in the place, emotional or mental state, to anticipate what our partner needs. That's just how it is. And that's why you have to ask for it. And that's what I would like to impress upon in this video. The other thing I want to say in this is that what happens if you don't? And the real problem with, and why this is the cornerstone of a healthy, thriving relationship. When somebody is not getting their needs met on an ongoing basis for a prolonged period of time, especially if it's the same need not being met, one person or both, it could be one need or multiple needs. If something's not being met on a regular basis for an ongoing, prolonged problem, what happens, prolonged time period, is that the relationship starts to deteriorate. It starts to break down. Because the thing is this: in order for a relationship to thrive, two people together, they have to thrive as an individual. So that means, and you're going to hear, as you listen to more and more of my videos, you're going to hear this theme come up over and over and over again, because this is a universal truth. You have to be whole in and of yourself, mind, body, and spirit, in order to have a healthy relationship, for the most part. I mean, we're all striving for that. There's a lot of people who have healthy relationships, and technically they might not be 100% whole per se, but their needs are getting met on a regular basis. But I'm actually specifically targeting people who are having unhealthy relationships, and therefore I'm talking to you. I'm not talking to everybody, because this is not a one-size-fits-all. I'm talking to the group of you who are having unhealthy relationships, and I'm trying to help you figure out what is going on. There are 6 basic human needs. Every human needs. And I'm going to just tell you what those are. There's 4 personal and 2 spiritual. And yes, I have notes to remind me. 4 personal needs. 1, stability, certainty. You need to know what to expect. Emotional stable environment, physically stable environment. 2, variety, not lack of monotony. 3, to feel significant, special, or unique. That's what makes us spark inside. When I know that there's something about me that's unique or significant in some way, I'm going to have a spark. That's a human need. 4 is to feel loved, to feel connected. And that means connected to other people. And in this scenario, it's with the partner, but quite honestly, you don't really need to be in a relationship in order to feel connected and to feel love. You can actually feel that with your friends, your family, social groups. There's all kinds of ways to feel that, not necessarily in a romantic relationship. It's just, I'm talking to people who are in a relationship. And then the 2 spiritual needs are growth, to evolve on a personal level. And this is not about being religious at all. I'm talking about your soul essence. Everyone has a soul essence. You know, so on a soul level, there's something, you're always evolving, even if you don't think you are. And that is a human need to actually evolve. If there's something that is not allowing you to evolve in some way, that's probably going to cause something like depression. And then finally is to contribute to, in a greater way, to leave a legacy, something that makes your life meaningful. For me, in some ways, it's my profession, helping you right now. I'm contributing. Some people, it's going to be with their family. Some people, it's going to be in their social groups, whatever their thing is. The reason I mentioned what those 6 basic needs are is because if one or more of those needs are not being met, there's going to be a subconscious drive to fulfill that need some way, shape, or form. And unfortunately, because it is a need, these are things that people will violate their own values or belief systems in order to fulfill. In an extreme case, it might be infidelity because they can't get those needs met in their personal relationship, so they're going to go outside the relationship. On lower level problems, that could be lying to your partner. It could be going out with your friends. Maybe there's like some addiction, you know, whether it's gaming, porn, could be drinking, it could be drugs. There's all kinds of ways to try to fill a need, and not that those things actually fulfill the need. It's just that drive to try to fulfill the need. So when we're trying to fulfill our need and looking for it in some unhealthy way, our relationship with another person is going to break down. It might not even be related to our interaction or our dynamic with our romantic partner. It could be just within yourself. And if you see these behaviors in your partner, it might not be related to you at all. It could be just something within him. Conversely, it could be related to some dynamic that we all have emotional needs from our partner, and some expectations. Expectations is, I could do a whole video on just expectations. And if those emotional needs with our partner is not being met, and those physical needs with our partner is not being met, then those are things that are going to break down the relationship. You can't be 100% authentic with your soul self when your needs are not being met. And if you can't be 100% authentic with your soul self, then you can't be authentic with your partner. So what happens is you start lying to yourself. And if you're lying to yourself and you can't be truthful with yourself, you can't be truthful with your partner. So these are just some of the ways in which the relationship on a whole begin to break down. And I'm just sharing this with you, information to help you understand the importance of getting your own needs met. So if you are seeing any of these unhealthy patterns that I mentioned in this video, ask yourself if those six basic needs are being met. If they're not being met, do you know how to get those met? And I will be doing other videos on getting needs met because there's a lot more that I can say on this. I hope that this has helped you understand a little bit of the importance of getting your needs met and your partner's needs met, why it's the cornerstone of a healthy relationship, and what happens when it's not happening. So if this video has helped you at all, please hit the like button or the subscribe button. Feel free to check out some of my other videos. Feel free to email me if you have any other specific questions. And I guess that's it for now. Namaste, and I'll catch you on the next video. Have a great evening.